Hello and thank you for watching this short presentation regarding our research into the Open Authorization or Oauth framework and some implementation details that we may believe exist. In our example, we will showcase some implementation details or privacy concerns with regards to the Facebook implementation of Oauth framework, although other applications may exist that also exhibit this issue or privacy concern. What we want to look at today is how the Oauth framework is used by third-party applications to add discrete access permissions to an individual's profile or resource. In this example, our Facebook user will add some additional requests for information, will add an application that asks for additional permission requests. Asks for the basic permission, which you don't see here. Also asks for the email, the ability to post to the wall, and the ability to access the profile data at any time. First issue that we see here is that there's no ability in the first menu to select discrete resource elements to be authorized to the third-party application. It is in effect an all or nothing authorization. Once we allow the application, we then can go into the application settings and examine the Top Friends application. And we can see that it also had added access to email address, which didn't initially show up in the menu. That's because on the previous page, certain resource elements are consolidated into other profile data requests, so you don't actually see every single discrete resource that's being requested. Also, we come to the second primary issue with regards to privacy concern in this implementation of the Oauth framework, and that is there are some elements, such as an individual's email address, which once shared cannot realistically be unshared. So the concern here is that once a third-party application has been added, they request an email address, they instantly have the email address and realistically will have it for the life of the individual's email address. Now I want to showcase what our research is doing to help solve this particular issue. First, we will just clear out the Top Friends application. Okay. What we've decided to do is implement a browser plugin. This is a Firefox example. And what the browser plugin will do is act as a sort of positive man in the middle. We might call it authorization in the middle. So instead of using a man in the middle attack, we now have a positive privacy implementation using an in the middle mechanism between the user's browser and the corresponding application web server. This is indicated here at the bottom right hand of your screen. And now when I go to add an application, the pop-up will occur and it will give you the discrete elements. So it will tell you that the birthday is specifically being requested in addition to the other elements. We can uncheck that. It will indicate an email address, so we can also uncheck the email address if we so choose. And this eliminates both issues that were previously discussed. One, we now have the ability to implement discrete resource permissions at the time they are being requested and not later. And secondly, we're able to hold on to elements that otherwise, once lost, would not be able to realistically be regained from a privacy perspective. So if we implement only publish to stream and no offline access, no email address, and no birthday with year, we can reset the permission, see it reflected in the page, then allow the permission or allow the request. And then when we revisit the application page, we will be able to see that indeed our request has been honored and the application has not been provided with the additional privacy elements.